Hey, it's Dan from Budgeteers here, helping you get more mouse for your money. Remember to smash that subscribe button and opt in for notifications to know whenever it is I push out a new video. I had to dust off some of the cobwebs here since it's been a while since I made a video for Budgeteers. Before February, I hadn't been to Disney World since 2018 or any Disney property since 2019. But I was able to go for the first week of March, and I knew that I would need to make a series of videos about one very controversial topic: Genie Plus and Lightning Lanes. What I have tried to do here on Budgeteers is make it less about my opinions and more about just allowing you to have all the facts so that you can make up your own opinion. My first two videos on this subject will be information sprinkled with some of my experiences as an example. However, my third video is going to be an opinion piece, so take that one with however many grains of salt you feel necessary. In this video, we're going to be talking about Genie Plus. I had some experience with this kind of product back when I went to Disneyland in 2019. They had something similar there. However, I recall that there were some minor differences. The biggest difference between what I experienced in 2019 and here in 2022 is that Genie Plus in Walt Disney World does not cover all the rides. And that's one of the most important things to take into consideration. If you are most interested in riding the popular rides like Rise of the Resistance, Flight of Passage, Remy's Ratatouille Adventure, or Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, you cannot use the regular Genie Plus. For those, you will have to purchase the individual Lightning Lane passes, and I will be going into those in the next video. There are 40 plus rides and experiences that you can use Genie Plus to get in with the Lightning Lanes. It is up to you to decide if those rides are worth it based on wait times and the availability of those Lightning Lane passes at each park. So how does Genie Plus work? Well, it's $15 per guest per day. So if you're a family of 4 and wanted to use Genie Plus, it would cost $60 extra each day above and beyond your park ticket. If you are staying at a Disney resort, you could make your first reservation on Genie Plus at 7 a.m. that day. If you're staying off grounds, you can start making reservations when the park you're going to opens to the general public. The windows are given out in order, so Lightning Lane reservations are taken, and then the next one will be at a later time. You may not ride the same ride multiple times with a Lightning Lane selection. Unlike the Fast Pass system that allowed you to reserve up to 3 rides in advance, you can only select one ride for your party at a time. Once you do, you can make another selection either when you have redeemed the first selection, or the arrival window for your first selection has ended, or 2 hours after you made your selection, or 2 hours after park opening, whichever is later. For example, on our last trip, I started making my Genie Plus Lightning Lane reservations at 8 a.m., 1 hour after resort guests started making their Genie Plus Lightning Lane reservations. The first one I was able to choose was for Test Track, and that was for between 6:55 and 7:55 p.m. That's how quickly they went. At 10 a.m., I was able to make another selection, so I chose the Seas with the Nemo and Friends with a window of 10:55 to 11:55 a.m. When I was finished with that ride, I was able to choose Mission Space from 12:30 to 1:30, and I will note that by 8 a.m. that day, Soarin' had already been gone. So there was no Soarin' availability on that day. So on this day total, I think we made about 5 Lightning Lane reservations, and I did feel that for me, I did get more mouse for my money on that day than the other day that I chose to buy Genie Plus. That other day was at Animal Kingdom, a park with less rides and experiences than perhaps the other parks. I wanted to get a Lightning Lane for the Safari. However, despite there being passes available before I purchased Genie Plus, after that purchase was made, all of the Safari Lightning Lane passes for the day were gone. So we chose to ride the Kilimanjaro Falls instead, and we did not use the Lightning Lane for anything else that day. Our mistake that day was not buying Genie Plus sooner, where we may have been able to make several selections on top of the Kilimanjaro Falls. We did not feel that we got enough mouse for our money for Genie Plus on those days. There is something else to consider. While there is a limit on how many Lightning Lane passes are available for each ride on Genie Plus each day, there is no limit to the number of people who can buy Genie Plus on any particular day. So the more crowded a park is on any particular day, you may have more people buying Genie Plus, which means there's less availability for Lightning Lane passes. You may only be able to get a Lightning Lane pass for one ride that you really wanted to ride. A less crowded park, though, would mean that there might be more Lightning Lanes available. However, a less crowded park could also mean shorter wait lines overall, so you might not need Genie Plus Lightning Lane reservations to begin with. So that's the decision that you ultimately have to make for yourself. You have to consider all of the variables. Are you staying on grounds or not? Will you be able to get at least one of the popular rides available on Genie Plus by the time you're able to make selections if you're staying off grounds? Is the potential time saved waiting in line worth the extra money that you have to pay for the Genie Plus service? The more rides you do get to ride with Genie Plus, the less you're spending per ride to use the service, which generally makes it more economical on a price per ride basis, but a family on a budget still might have to make a tough decision because they might not be able to afford an extra $60 per day. And here is my one piece of advice, especially if you're not staying on grounds. You can watch the Lightning Lane availability while you're waiting for your time to select them. So between 7 and 8 that one day, I was able to sit there and watch as the availability dwindled away for some of the rides. So you can see how quickly they are going and judge if you'll be able to get the ride that you want or enough rides that you want at park opening and over the course of the day to see if it is going to be worth your while. So you can make your decision to buy a Genie Plus on each day that you're there. I do not recommend pre-buying the Genie Plus service because there's no real advantage to doing so from what I have seen. Only you can decide if Genie Plus is right for you. When we went, we only bought it for 2 of the 7 days that we had park tickets. But we also stayed off grounds. It's possible that had we stayed on grounds, we might have opted in for a 3rd or a 4th day, depending on what the ride availability looked like. Anyway, thank you very much for watching this video. I will be coming out with a new one soon on an individual Lightning Lane passes, so if you want to be notified again, make sure to subscribe to the channel and opt in for notifications. And if you like this video, be sure to smash the like button and share it with your friends. Thank you very much, and have a magical day.